I've recently noticed that after every sad YouTube short I get on my recommended, I always get a funny one right after. And so last Saturday, I ran a half marathon with my friend, and when I got back home, I started scrolling because I was like, fuck all else to do, I was just fucked. But the more that I switched between a sad YouTube short to a funny one, and then sad to funny and sad to funny, the more my brain started to scroll and I wasn't in control anymore. In life, we're already being emotionally manipulated by our parents, our jobs, our friends. But now on top of everything, whenever you go on your phone, you're being emotionally manipulated even more. And it's not like back in the day where you could just open up YouTube, watch a few videos and relax for the day. Anytime you open social media anymore, you can't relax, you just keep getting fucked and bombarded. I was probably scrolling for around about like 3 or 4 hours, and during all of that time, the only thing I remember is my mind just completely racing with random images of like just being overstimulated, from the movie scenes to the memes to like the fucking files and all this bullshit. And I think the only reason that I managed to stop scrolling in the end was because my body forced me to go for a piss. There was no chance that I was going to discipline myself out of that. And I think, especially nowadays, the YouTube algorithm is just way too fucking good. There's this saying I think about quite a lot in my life, and it's, you lost the war before the battle. And what it really means is that you're unprepared to win at the thing that you chose, right? So let's imagine that you're playing Minecraft and you're about to go fight the Ender Dragon. If you go through that portal underprepared and underskilled, then you lost the war before the battle. You don't have the shit to kill the Ender Dragon, you're just gonna lose, right? And I think at this point, the internet has turned into so much fucking slop that the only way that you can enjoy it anymore is if you have like David Goggins level discipline. If you are that prepared and that skilled, then you can will yourself to not fall down this addictive rabbit hole of emotional manipulation. Maybe it's just me, but if I click on one YouTube short, there is zero chance that I'm going to watch that one YouTube short and then click off. Like, whether I'm on my phone or whether I'm on my PC, it's like my finger will just randomly scroll. It's like it's embedded into us nowadays. And I think a lot of it just comes down to like the fact that we can't relax anymore. YouTube used to be, like, if you think about like 5 years ago, when you were like a little kid, most of what we'd watch was maybe like Stampy Longnose Minecraft videos, like for me anyway, or just like fits, gameplay, or just like funny memes and shit. And back then, there was a lot less editing, there was a lot less overstimulation. And when you would watch a video, like people used to refer to those videos as like comfort creators, because they would actually give you comfort. But nowadays, I feel like YouTube is such a fucking sesh pit of bullshit. It's not relaxing. And it's the worst part, I think, it's not about wasting your time watching these videos or not being productive or whatever. It's just this emotional manipulation. Even the more educational content, I feel like it's still making everybody more retarded. It's the contrast between like seeing a meme on your For You page and then seeing some random life lesson and then constantly having this, I don't know what you'd call it, just like this back and forth of being really happy, being really sad, being really interested, being really curious, and just constantly spinning around your emotions. Like imagine, this is a good analogy for emotions. Like our emotions are like the health bar in Minecraft, right? And if 1 second you were happy, so let's say when you're happy you have a full health bar, but then randomly you get the wither effect, and then randomly you start regenning, and then randomly you start getting poisoned, and then you start regenning again, and then you start taking damage again, you're gonna get fucked. If you were playing Minecraft and that shit was happening to you constantly, you wouldn't be playing the game anymore. You'd just be sat there overstimulated, looking at the fucking health bar, right? And I feel like that's what's happening in real life. That's what's happening to everybody's emotions, everybody who's on YouTube anyway, and especially like TikTok and all that shit as well. Everybody's so overstimulated. Everybody's focused on their emotions because that's all they can think about. I think that's a big reason why we see so many pussies instead of men nowadays. I don't think we're meant to be experiencing that many emotions that fast as humans. And it's not only the content that we see, it's not just the scrolling and the shorts. I think that the titles and the thumbnails are just as bad. Just being on your homepage is so bad. Like seeing all these things, whether it's like a fitness video. Like I remember scrolling on my homepage like a little while ago, And there was this random fitness YouTuber, right? And I saw his physique, I saw his video, like the title, and just that thought that I got in my head of like, oh, well, that guy's pretty jacked. Maybe I should switch everything that I'm doing and just follow him because he looks impressive. Or then you see some other like random fucking life quote from some self-improvement person, and you're like, oh wow, that's so deep. I've wasted so much of my life. And then you're switching between envy, being sad, and then there'll be some random fucking meme on your homepage as well, which makes you happy. It's so fucked. So now most of the time I try not to be I don't really go on my phone a lot anyway, but the reason why I had YouTube on my phone before was because I used to use it for like music in the gym, because there's some like good playlists on there, right? But I realized after that Saturday, like the ROI just is not worth it. The return on investment on having YouTube on my phone just fucks with me way more. So I spent like the next 2 hours downloading music from my YouTube playlist onto my computer and onto my iPhone. And sure, it was fucking annoying. I had to ask like ChatGPT how to do this shit. But in the end, I feel like it's way more worth it. And especially if you're somebody who scrolls on your computer instead, or even just looks at YouTube on your computer, I wish I could just like slap myself in the face 5 years ago and force myself to download these ad blockers. Seeing YouTube shorts or seeing your homepage is just not worth it. If you really want to watch YouTube, just fucking search somebody's channel up and do it like that. I'm telling you, the emotional manipulation is not worth it anymore. So that's what I try and do. If I really want to watch something on YouTube, then I'll search up the channel and I'll just like go on their uploads, right? But if I'm really bored, then I'll just watch like Dragon Ball Z or what's the A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I was watching that recently, and like it's still considered content. It's still kind of bad for you, but it's way fucking better than watching YouTube and having all these emotions being spiked randomly, right? So still, if you're gonna do something, if you really wanna like sit there and eat your food and watch something, watch a show or fucking Google the channel name and just do it like that. And it's kind of really shit because I think I learned a lot of stuff on YouTube, especially like maybe 3 years ago. I feel like there was so much gold on here, and now it's just turned into slop. I really don't think it's worth it that much anymore. And it's sad because if maybe you're little bit younger than me, but if you're somebody who wants to learn self-improvement, it's like you're gonna find one self-improvement video, like you might watch this video, but then the next thing that's gonna get recommended to you is just gonna be some memes or some bullshit or some like sad movie scene, and your emotions are gonna get fucked up. I think if you're really interested in improving yourself, and especially if I had to tell my like 16, 18, even 20-year-old self how to go about self-improvement nowadays, I wouldn't recommend YouTube to him. Instead, I'd recommend communities, and especially like, shameless plug, but I'd recommend my Discord as well. I feel like if you're gonna be online trying to learn about shit, you might as well interact with other people rather than consuming shit. Like sure, watching me yap for like the last 20 minutes, that might feel good. But I feel like a conversation would work way better for you. Like, is that crazy to think that if we just talk to each other, you'd learn more than just watching my videos? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm retarded, but I feel like that would help you a lot more. I think a big reason why so many people feel so shit about themselves nowadays, and why so many people fall into ruts as well, because I feel like in 2024 to 2026, there's been so many more people who complain about being in ruts more than ever. And I think all of that just comes down to this exposure to multiple emotions all at once. This constant fucking cycle and the cesspit that is the internet. So if you're interested in joining the Discord, like I 100% recommend it. If I could slap myself back in the face like 5 years ago, the number one thing that I'd say is just go find some friends, go fucking talk to more people and interact. Don't consume, interact. And if you genuinely need help getting out of a rut, then I'll help you as well. Just send me a DM once you're inside and I'll show you how I got out of a rut myself and how I've helped all the other guys get out of a rut as well. So join that if you want, and if you don't want to, then go watch another video. Goodbye.